Welcome to Fantasy Legends, my name's Scott, and today we'll be discussing one of Final Fantasy IX's main antagonists, Garland. Garland in Final Fantasy IX appears as an old man with pale skin and pointy ears. He has long white hair, or what left he has of it, as he is mostly bald. He has a moustache and a beard that are also white. He is mainly robotic in nature, with an armour-like material, and has long, pointy, robotic hands. His torso is hollow, and a shining red orb is implanted in his chest. However, his head is organic. Garland's main goal in the game is to ensure that the planet Terra survives. He's actually been working on this for ages, for 5,000 years of what we know of in the game. He is so focused on this goal, he seems to care for nothing else and has no special attachment to living beings, not even Kuja, who he technically grew up. In the game, we do see Garland is very paranoid in nature, as he takes steps to actually make sure that things do not become a hindrance before they even cause him any trouble, to be honest with you. So he's even seen destroying the Summoner tribe before they even cause him a threat. Garland is so devoted to his cause. When Zidane confronts him and asks Garland, has he got any desires of his own, Garland can't even mention any. Although created by the Terran people, we do see him have his own ideas about their goal in terms of how to meet the goal, because he says in the game that to live is to give life meaning, yet one must take lives to survive. Terra souls will sleep until they forget such nonsense. They will begin a new life in a new dimension. It's a world in which life and death will become one. That is a dimension in which we are meant to live as beings that transcend life and death. So you can see from this that Garland doesn't necessarily always agree with the Terran people in terms of they used to fight and cause war, and he believes that they should be immortal and live forever, which is part of why they made him in the first place. In some ways, I feel that Garland was a bit sick of the cycle, as Terra had always simulated other planets to survive, and when their world was dying, the Terrans sought for a newborn planet to merge with, and in this time, it was actually Gaia. So as you can see, he's done this previously in other times, and probably the cycle wears down on him a bit. Garland doesn't really seem to have a choice when it comes to his mission, however. He can deviate from the plan, but he can't actually change the plan itself, so he's trapped in that way. He was made by them, so he has to do, he's controlled by them at the end of the day. So his main mission is to save Terra and the souls within as the number one priority. He had a way of achieving this goal, which was transferring Terran souls into the planet and Gaian souls out of the planet, and in that way transferring them so that there would be only Terran souls left in the cycle. He used the Litha tree to achieve this. To house the Terran souls in the first place, he created these things called genomes, which Zidane and Kuja are actually part of. And he started this process about 3,000 years ago, and they were going to be the vessels for all the Terran souls to live. In order to achieve the goal quicker, he used Kuja as the angel of death. This way he could get him to start wars and get more souls transferred over, speeding up the process that one day the Terran people would be back again. However, this plan did backfire eventually, and Kuja turned on him, intending to control Terra and Gaia. Garland does tell Kuja that all his power would come to nothing, but Kuja kicks Garland to his death. So there you have it. That's Garland's story. What did you guys think of him? Was he a great villain? Was he one of your favourite in the Final Fantasy series? Let me know in the comments down below. Remember to like and subscribe the channel for more content. Thank you for listening.